Hi there, how are you? Well, we've got another short video today for Cabin Crew English. And again, we're going to look at some things that can be done and said when you are welcoming passengers on board. So what we're going to look at right now is you are to match number 1 to number 6 to A to F. So let's look at it first of all. 1. Greet. 2. Check. 3. Make sure that. 4. Close. 5. Show. 6. Tell. And your choices? A. Everyone to switch off mobile phone. B. The exit row is clear. C. That all seat belts are fastened. D. Passengers. E. The overhead lockers. And F. The safety instruction card. So, which one goes with which? Match the numbers 1 through 6 to the letters A through F. Now, I'll step out for a few seconds and see if you've got the answers by the time I get back. Back in a few. Ta-da! I'm back. Right, how did you do? Let's look at the answers here. So number 1, greet. D, so it's 1D, greet passengers. Number 2, C, check that all seat belts are fastened. 3 is number B, make sure that the exit row is clear. 4 is E, close the overhead lockers. 5, F. 5F, show the safety instruction card. And lastly, 6A, tell everyone to switch off their mobile phone. So 1D, greet passengers. 2C, check that all seat belts are fastened. 3B, make sure that the exit row is clear. 4E, close the overhead lockers. 5F, show the instruction card. And lastly, 6A, tell everyone to switch off their mobile phone. So these are basically common sense, and I'm sure that you've probably heard or seen the cabin crew do these things on a flight that you have been on. So now we're going to move on to something. It's basically a case of changing the way you say things to make it more polite. So while I'm writing down the sentences, I want you to think of the answers. So the first one is, I want to see your boarding pass. Okay, that's quite formal. Now, How can you change that? By using two words. Could I? Make it into a more polite request. Next one. Put your bag in the overhead locker. Change it by using would you. Now, this has happened to me. Switch off your, let's say, phone now. I've actually had a cabin crew member say that to me. Switch off your phone now. Now see if you can change that into more polite request using could you. How can you make that sound better? Another one. Sit there, please. Sit there, please. Although that's pretty quite polite, but again you can make it even more polite by using would. Would you? And the last one. Fold your tray table. And this one you can use the word including mind. So, again, I'll give you a few seconds to try and think of nicer ways, more polite ways of saying each of these sentences using the words in the brackets. And you might want to, it might be necessary, for you to change the wording of the actual sentence itself to make it make more sense. Again, I'll step out for a few more seconds and see if you can have any answers. Be right back. Miss me? So, instead of saying, I want to see your boarding pass, you could say, could. Could I see your boarding pass? And you might want to add the word please. Put your bag in the overhead locker. So instead you could say, would you put your bag in the overhead locker, please? Would you put your bag in the overhead locker, please? Switch off your mobile phone now. More politely. Could you switch off your mobile phone now, please? Please is always a nice way to end the sentence. Here, change this to, would you sit there, please? Not sit there or sit there, please, but would you sit there, please? Now this one, mind. A bit confusing. Would you mind? folding up your tray table, please. Would you mind? It's a much more polite way of doing it. It's very Anglified, very English. It's what we do in the UK. Would you mind? Could you please? So, these are the things, like I say, that you can do when people are boarding. It's another way to be more polite, more welcoming to the passengers. Remember, you are the ambassadors of your company. And if you give a bad impression, people generally will not want to come back and fly with your company again, your airline. So, remember, smile, please, and thank you. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.